Seeing a family drive off, I felt abandoned like a jester, with the cafeteria a bustling circus. Everything felt so foreign, missing my mom flipping through my comic books, and with each speedy page turned, a happy family of four magically turned into three. My mom couldn't stop the tears, while I was at a new school feeling like it was a twilight zone. I still couldn't dress or tie shoes, reading was hard. The teachers here were like boxing champs in education. During a language class, the teacher was discussing a poem that went something like, "From up high, you look like vast sky. Until a thirsty elephant passes by, my friend jumps in, or pebbles, dirt, even a blind man's cane appear. Then the image disappears, and you become a river. Watching, it seems to mean something, but not really simple. If we don't look, it seems not true, but sometimes what we see is downright bizarre." This confusing reply got the teacher's blood boiling, and the class erupted in laughter. The teacher called on another student, and their answer had us rolling in the aisles. Someone said when people see a river, they see the sky in it, so they start to destroy the sky with various objects, but in the end, it's just a mix. The teacher couldn't help but praise, but the classmate and I were saying the same thing. My deskmate said, "Your explanation is better," what the teacher wanted, but the teacher just wanted the standard answer. This made my heart sink. It reminded me how adults always want to mold us into their ideal image. During gym class, I was pulled aside by the teacher for being clumsy and not keeping up. It felt like a setup. Even my once beloved art class now had to follow the strict requirements of the teacher. All the teachers thought I was a lazy student, always yelling at me, and it felt like even the letters turned into my foes. This 9-year-old boy finally snapped, tearing his books to shreds and tossing them in the trash. What a meltdown. He ran back to the dorm, flopped on his bed crying. When his parents came to see him, he pushed them away like they were aliens. Witnessing this, my mom's heart shattered, so that night they took me to a hotel, probably the most peaceful night I had in months, but after the weekend they left again. This time, I didn't cry as I saw them go. I even locked the paintbrush my brother gave. From then on, I started to shut myself off, leaning on the railing, quietly feeling the despair of the world, really a lonely traveller. I was slowly heading towards solitude until one day a new art teacher arrived at school, and my fate started to change. This new teacher was nothing like the old stuffy ones. He dressed like a clown and had everyone rolling with laughter. He closed the gap with everyone, and Nick's arrival made waves in this dry little pond of a school. But there was one little boy who remained unmoved. Nick handed out blank sheets for the kids to draw on, and the students curiously asked. The table was bare. What are we supposed to draw? Nick looked at the table. This table is just too small to revive your beautiful imagination. Come on, use your brains to start dreaming. Slap a cool tech drawing on there and then lift the paper to show me. I don't want you to stop yet. Kids started filling their sheets with endless imagination. The only empty space was right in front of me. Nick thought I couldn't find inspiration, but I just sat there like a ghost. Nick noticed something was off, but no matter how he asked, I remained silent. Every weekend, I was always alone, leaping at sunrise and only returning to school reluctantly by sunset. How I wished my mom could come see me, but instead I got a cold phone call. My mom, guilt-ridden, told me they couldn't visit because they had to attend my brother's tennis match. I didn't hear the rest, threw down the phone, and quietly walked away while Nick was getting punished by the teacher as usual. My best deskmate picked up on my struggles. He told Nick I was really trying hard, but just couldn't get the hang of it. My homework was all marked with red crosses, so I was always punished. Nick pondered after hearing this. He opened my past work and realized I wasn't bad at writing. I just mixed up similar letters. Nick realized the seriousness of the issue. He understood the pain in these kids' eyes, and my situation caught his attention. The next day, he visited my parents, tears welling up as he saw my other art. This 9-year-old could mix colours so perfectly, and every piece was filled with quick thinking and wild imagination. Nick saw that hand-drawn book drifting away from family. It was unimaginable what I had been through. Nick explained that I had a reading disorder, which is why I mixed up letters and numbers, but my dad stubbornly insisted that it was merely an excuse for not studying, and to prove his point, Nick brought over a toy box and asked me to carefully read out the letters on it. Dad was instantly quiet. At that moment, he finally understood the world through his son's eyes. Nick told them a reading disorder didn't mean losing anything. I had remarkable art talent. However, my confidence had been shattered, and I didn't even want to pick up a brush anymore. Dad unexpectedly became infuriated, and Nick fell silent. But please think deeply. Every child has their own talents and dreams. One day, they will find their own path. That evening, my mom watched all videos of me wiping away tears of guilt. Next day in class, Nick didn't ask the students to draw. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.